Hi, it is 12 noon on July 20th, 2023, and I would just like to say happy birthday to my favorite person in the entire world, and that is me. Today is my birthday. I won't tell you what year, how old, because, look at me. So thank you very much for all of the people that have helped me get to the point where I can say that my favorite person is me. So happy birthday to me. I hope that I get to see all of you at some point. You probably watch this after my birthday, but I just wanted to thank everyone, my friends, my family, my clients, everyone who works for me for helping to bring me along. This has been a crazy year already, and had some, just was able to learn some lessons about, when you've fallen on your face, how you could get up and be more than beautiful than you were after you fell on your face. So I have learned that lesson this year, and I'm very grateful for progress. Thank you. Today I have my special guest is Anthony L. Robinson, who is the executive director of the Overtown Children and Youth Coalition. So take it away, Anthony.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And we're glad to be celebrating your birthday here. It's amazing to be here on your birthday. So happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
And many, many more.
Thank you. So I'm grateful. Normally I dread my birthday. Normally I run away from my birthday. My friend Flora Sweet, who is one of my great loves, always forces me to have a birthday party. And this year I'm like, okay, great. It's my birthday. No problem. So thank you. So I know that, actually, let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Where are you from? What's your story?
So I'm just a little humble boy with a Bahamian background.
Uh-oh.
My great-grandfather was from Bahamas, moved over to Miami with my great-grandmother, started over in the Homestead area, moved into Coconut Grove, then into the Overtown area, and then we settled over in the Brown Subs area off of 50th Street at 24th Avenue, where we really helped build that community.
Brown Subs?
Brown Subs.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
where historic Campton House is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Where my great cousin, Dr. Ena Pinckney, helped bring it back.
Oh, my God. What a hero.
It was also part of history to be able to see a family member be able to bring that place back to where it is today. And, we really enjoy that, and we really do honor her and happy for her and her efforts. So lived in Brown Subs. Then we moved over to the Miami Gardens area, where I worked a lot in the Miami Gardens area. After coming home from college, I ran the Miami Job Corps Center for 12 years.
Did we talk about what college you went to?
I went to Savannah State.
Savannah State, all right.
State Tigers, HBCU.
Okay.
Over there in Savannah, Georgia. Great time there, learned a lot. It allowed me to become the man I am. I had a tragedy while I was in college, but that tragedy is what created me and caused me to do the work that I do. So while we were in school, my brother was killed. And
oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, really was hurtful. But again, that is what propelled me to do this work. So 12 years at the Miami Job Corps Center, and running the Miami Job Corps Center. Moved over to Jacksonville and ran that Job Corps Center for a couple of years. Spent some time in Gainesville. That was all right, but it was Gainesville.
Yeah, well.
So spent about 6 months in Gainesville. And then I was called to run the 5th largest Job Corps Center in the country, the Los Angeles Job Corps Center.
Oh, wow. So you left Florida. You left the beautiful and glorious Gainesville to go to the limelight and the glory of Los Angeles.
Of Los Angeles.
Oh, my God, I love L.A.
Lived there for 5 years.
Oh, my God, I
ran
love
that Job
Los
Corps
Angeles.
Center. Yes, it had a great time. We created some great memories. We educated, trained, and prepared a lot of young folks to be able to get into the workforce and have careers that mean a lot to them, that will last a lifetime. So did that. So 21 years in Job Corps. And then a gentleman by the name of Newton said, it was like, it's time for you to come home.
Bobby!
That's
my story. That's my friend.
Bobby said, it's time for you to come home. And he called me to come back home to run his program at OIC, Opportunity Industrialization Center, to run his workforce development program.
They're doing such good work. Such good work.
The ladies and gentlemen that are returning home from being incarcerated have a light because of the work that he's doing.
Wow, yeah.
He's touching a lot of individuals and bringing them where they can have opportunities upon coming home. We go into the prison and provide workforce development programs upon them coming out. We provide them with case management services. We provide them with resources, continuing to allow them to get industry recognized certifications so that they can have jobs that are meaningful.
Yeah, like a 360.
Yeah, so we did that, and then I was called to come down to the great Overtown. Come back to where it all started, and now I've been there for the last 4 months, running the Overtown Children and Youth Coalition, where we provide support and opportunities for the families and the children and the youth in Overtown in order to reach their full potential.
Got it. Well, we all know that Overtown has had a history that hasn't always been so progressive. So I am so grateful that you were there to put these kids over the edge, in terms of giving them a leg up. So, and Overtown needs it very, very much. So tell us exactly so I would like to know about your collective impact model.
So the Overtown Children and Youth Coalition is an organization that, through a collective impact approach, we provide opportunities for families, children, and youth to reach their full potential. And we do that through galvanizing and bringing the organizations in Overtown. We call them our anchoring organizations, and there are 7 anchoring organizations in Overtown. We have Overtown Youth Center.
Yeah.
We have Urgent Inc.
Yeah.
We have Girl Power Rock.
Yeah.
Over with Thema Campbell.
Yeah. Those are some powerful ladies. Tina Brown at OIC. Celia Nelson at Urgent Inc. And Thema Campbell. Girl
Then
Power.
we also have Aisha Haney over at the Optimist Club.
Yeah.
Another up and becoming is Touch Miami with Love.
Oh my God, my girl Trina Harris.
Yes.
I love Trina Harris. I work with her on the Underdeck.
Yes.
The Underdeck thing. I love Trina Harris.
So they're doing some amazing
smart.
thing over there. And then we also have Miss Sonia Jacobson with Suited for Success.
Nice.
So making sure that our young people and our families, that when they're going on these jobs or when they have opportunities to present themselves, they're looking amazing. So what we do is we provide technical support and financial support to those organizations so that they don't have to duplicate services, so that our organizations are able to support each other. So kids over at the Optimist Club can now come over to the Youth Center, Overtown Youth Center, to receive services.
Like a cross-collaboration.
And that's what it's all about. And that allows our resources to go further. And because of that, we're able to touch... we touch about 1,500 kids a year.
What? That's a lot of
between
children.
the organizations and the service that we provide. So the collective impact it's a 5-pronged approach that we take. So the first one is having a common issue that we want to address. And that is to make sure, our common issue at Overtown is to make sure that each young person has the opportunity to live, work, and play in Overtown by reaching their full potential. So we all believe in that. And that's our ultimate goal, is to our young people to reach their full potential. Then we have constant communication. And that's one of the strongest part of a collective impact is that constant communication. So we've created committees that allow that constant communication. And through those committees, what we're doing is we take our 4 areas that we want to focus on. And that's education, that's safety, health and safety, education and community engagement, health and safety, accountability, which is collecting data. And I want to talk a little bit more about what we do with our data. And then we have our working and productive committee, and that's creating youth with opportunities for jobs. So those committees meet monthly, and individuals or organizations that are a part or members of the coalition, They are part of those committees. They meet monthly. They have objectives. They have deliverables. They have outcome measures. They have initiatives that they take on, which allows us to reach our ultimate goal of making sure that our young people reach their full potential. Because if you don't have youth workforce opportunities, you don't have health and safety, you don't have the education component, individually, you still are missing a whole lot.
Yeah.
So bringing all
and
that
somebody
together,
could easily fall through the cracks.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you bring all those together, it allows us to make sure that we're touching all the areas we need to be touching. And then through our accountability committee, which collects our data, that allows us to know where we're failing and where we're succeeding, and what success and what failure looks like. So we allow now, what we're doing now is allowing all our organizations to be able to share data. So we can bring that data in, we tell the story of who we are and what we're doing in Overtown. And that allows, as we go out to other funding sources, to be able to articulate, wow, how great the work is happening.
So who are your funders?
So we're a part of the Florida Children, what we call the Florida Children Initiative. And I want to give thanks to that group of organizations. There are 5 of us here. Overtown Youth Coalition is one. Then we have the MCI, which is Miami Children Initiative.
Yeah, I remember.
In Miami. And then we have the Kids Paramount Zone in Orlando. We have the New Promise Zone in Jacksonville. And then the Sulphur Springs, we have another organization that we are
So you're
part of.
in your own zone.
Yes.
Overtown is a zone.
It's our own zone. So there are 5 organizations, and we've been blessed this year, this funding cycle. We want to thank all of our elected officials in Tallahassee. Our appropriation was $7.4 million this year.
Nice.
That we are
nice.
able to go back into our communities directly and provide
and
those
push
services.
and put that money on the ground.
Right. So that's where
Awesome.
a lot of our money come, and then we go after private funding also to continue to support our efforts. But we're real excited of what we've been doing with Florida Children Initiative to be able to give our organizations the support they need to provide those services.
Nice. So you must have a bunch of stories, of success stories. Do you?
Yes.
I want to hear a success story.
Let's talk some success stories we have. We just talk about Overtown and what we've been doing in Overtown. We have this conference called Boss of My Life. I am the boss of my life.
Nice.
And the title tells it all. So this year in April 7th, we went over to the Intercontinental Hotel. Took about 120 youth, and it just laid it out for them.
And the Intercontinental is very polished, very classy.
So we're in this room, in the ballroom that overlooks the ocean.
Yes.
With the big yachts
With
and everything.
all of it. Oh my God, the whole Miami experience.
All of that. And just exposing our young people to that. I want to thank Keon Williams from the Urban for being a part of that and helping us out with that. We had Dr. Myron Davis come be a part of that event with us. We had Miss Martha Wigsby from Keon Hardeman's office be a part of that.
Martha's a good friend of mine. Wisby.
Yes. So a lot of folks, our kids came. We gave our laptops to kids that day.
All of this in the Intercontinental?
All this in the Intercontinental.
That was like Christmas.
Laptops, we allowed them to get, each kid got a professional headshot.
What?
So again, we just elevating them on how to be the boss of their lives.
Yeah.
So we had a great day, a great time that day. Our kids are excited. We're already in the planning process for next year. And we're going to step it up next year.
What you going to do next year?
We're going to go to the beach.
You're going to go to, wait a minute, Fountain Blue? I think you should roll up into the Fountain Blue.
We're looking at the Royal Palms.
The Royal Palms. Oh, yeah, well, yeah. You remember his first black hotel on South Beach?
We're looking at the Royal Palms.
I was there at the grand opening, I remember.
So we're looking to take it on the beach over there full up next year. Next year in 2024.
Nice.
For them to just have that experience also. So we're excited about that. Other success stories are our kids today.
Yeah.
Another success story. So, as you know, NABHOOD is in town. National Association of Black Hotel Operators and Developers in town. With Andy Ingram.
Yeah.
So they're in town. So we have 8 young ladies over there today, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, that are actually being exposed and learning more in-depth information about hotel ownership.
Open management.
The
Oh,
management
that's
side.
awesome.
You know, we often talk about hotels and hospitality. We normally just think of the low-end jobs, but these young ladies now are learning executive level opportunities. So we're excited about that. Yesterday they showed out. They were working the registration booth, and everyone was like, "Who are those young ladies up there?"
Were they on it?
They were on it.
They were on it. And all of them are from Overtown?
All of them from Overtown.
What?
Overtown is
It's a great
amazing.
representative of Overtown.
Don't sleep on us at Overtown.
No, listen, I've done a lot of work.
The youth, the coming out of Overtown, the talent that's in Overtown is there. So we feel great about what the future holds for the youth in Overtown. With everything that's going on in Overtown, all of the buildings and the different things that are coming in, our youth's going to be able to live, work, and play there. You know, sometimes we think it's going to be outpriced, but with the skill sets and the talent our young people have, I think we're going to be okay.
Well, you know what? Also, too, I am, familiar with the Overtown CRA and Mr. McQueen, and I know that I've, as long as I've known them, which is, many, many years, like they are so concerned about Overtown. You know what I mean? Like they're such good watchdogs of Overtown, making sure that, that everything is you know what I mean? That everything that is possible for Overtown, thinking about the past and what was taken from Overtown is made up in these, in these new opportunities. And there's so many, we did, Red Rooster and the Urban and Nicole Gates,
Little Greenhouse,
who used to work for Circle, by the way. She's a Circle gladiator. Go Nicole. Just best lemon pepper chicken wings, smoked and wet. Let's go at Little Greenhouse.
Yes.
And we also worked with OIC, and so it's, Overtown has just it's such a rich community, and there's so much. It has so far to go, but it's come so far.
And
so
the CRA,
I'm very, very proud of Overtown.
Yeah, and what Mr. McQueen and his staff is doing the CRA, they are very helpful. I mean, as you said, they really do have a passion
Oh my God.
for preserving Overtown. And again, that's why our organization, the coalition exists, and why it continues to flourish is because we take that initiative from them. We take that support from them, and we make sure, it continues.
Yeah.
We make sure that all of the organizations in Overtown understand and believe it. And even members, individuals that want to become members of the Overtown Children and Youth Coalition, they understand that also. Like, we believe in what's happening.
Everybody's mission driven.
Right. And that's that part of a collective impact, where we believe in that one mission of and our mission is, how do we make sure that the individuals that come out of Overtown reach their full potential? And when we talk about other things of success, so, Williams Park, they have a pool at Williams Park in Overtown. That pool has been closed for like 7 years. But we came in and worked with the community. So it's not just the organization.
So wait a minute. So you went and helped the park get back to be a park?
Get that pool opened up.
This youth coalition went and got the pool opened up.
We worked, yes, we
All
did.
right, high five.
Along with the
summer thanks you. Summer Youth in Overtown, thank you.
Yeah, because we created a committee, a subcommittee called the Overtown Park Group. And that group consists of residents in Overtown. So, sometimes we think like the people in Overtown, they don't want, how they talk about it. We're not trying. They're not trying
Oh my
to do
God.
anything.
Yeah, no, people in Overtown.
They are actually engaged and involved. And when we came in, they stood there with us. They fought with us. And now that pool is open. And now we're even trying to keep the pool open beyond the summer. So we're in talks now
of course.
to keep the pool open to at least to November.
Got it.
And also because we understand, again, we look at our initiatives are based on things that are happening in the community.
In Overtown, yeah. Things that they want, that they need.
Right. And so we also know that childhood drownings, Florida is 5th in the country in childhood drowning.
Yeah.
So we looked at that as an initiative that we need to make sure that our young people in Overtown, they aren't the ones drowning.
So do you have swimming lessons?
So we have swimming lessons. We're actually also even developing lifeguards.
Oh, wow. Those are great jobs.
Great jobs. Not just at the
summer
pool,
jobs.
but they can have summer jobs and jobs at the beaches also.
Yeah.
So we're working with other organizations, with the Children's Trust, with the Progressive Firefighter Association, the City of Miami Aquatics Department, the county's program through Mayor Carver, her initiative called Splash, to also train not just young folks, but train individuals to become lifeguards and also swim instructors to be able to teach swim lessons also more than just in the summer months also. So these are things we've just been doing. You know, we take this work seriously. We are committed to enhancing the communities in any way we can by providing these type of services. And those things when people say they can't be done, we just here to prove everybody wrong, let you know that, you know, we're going to put our mind to it. There's enough talent in Overtown, and we're going to make it happen.
Yeah, no, Overtown is definitely on the rise. When you think about it, Overtown is between the money of Brickell and between the cool and hipness of Wynwood. And it's east of the highway. So if you think about that, like Overtown is right in the middle of everything.
Right smack in the middle.
It's right smack in the middle, and the development that's coming through Overtown. So, you know, we are also have been working with the Underdeck, Miami. So I've had the opportunity to spend the last year and a half, you know, doing more and more work in Overtown, and you know, really collaborating with a lot of the Overtown residents, Andre Williams and Metris and Stephanie, and you know, all those wonderful people in Overtown. And it's such a deep community. It's got a lot of depth.
It does, and we're excited. We come to work every day, the team and myself, just excited each day about what we can do. We get creative in what we do. Sometimes they look at us funny, like.
What do you mean creative?
It's just, and how we come up with projects to support our youth. You know, even when we did the Boss of My Life, they're like, nah, we can't go to the Intercontinental. You know, we just supposed to go sit at, you know, we supposed to just have a classroom somewhere. I'm like, nah, we're going to expose our kids to the best. So we get creative and we think outside the box like that, and making sure we're able to support our kids and show them and demonstrate them the opportunities that if you just put forth that effort, success lies within you. And they're gracious and happy for it. You know, we have Dr. Nelson over at Janine. They're having their their youth film festival this week. And that we're excited about that they have over 170 little short films that have been.
Oh, when is that?
Today and tomorrow.
I was going to say, I feel like it's today and tomorrow.
Yeah, today and tomorrow.
Yeah, she sent me an invitation for something tomorrow.
Tomorrow they're doing
at the Urban.
Yes, they're having a celebration at the end of the film festival.
At the film festival, yeah.
And then tomorrow they're also doing their judging of their pitch competition.
Oh,
so
wow.
They're pitching films. So the youth are going to have the opportunity to pitch their short films tomorrow.
What? And who are they pitching them to?
Actually, I'm going to be one of the judges.
Oh, you're one of the judges. All right. It's one of the judges. It's one of the judges. Okay.
Yeah, so we evaluating their films tomorrow. So we're excited about that. And that's just another example of how if we give our kids these opportunities, they'll take advantage of them. You know, they're just saying, if you give a man the fish, he eat for a day. If you teach a man the fish, he eat for a lifetime. But what our thing in Overtown is, we're going to teach our kids how to own the pond so they can feed generations.
Very nice, very nice. So you're pushing land ownership.
That too. So we are in conversations with our elected officials and with developers in the community to figure out how we can build more opportunities for ownership. And teaching our young people ownership at a young age of how to, you know, save their money, keep their credit together through financial literacy programs so that they can start understanding how to own land at a young age so that when it prevents things such as what was happening in Overtown taking place because we have that ownership and we aren't just renting. So that's what we're working on and teaching, what initiatives we're doing also.
Okay. All right, good. So, all right, so you're so passionate when you were talking earlier about OIC and everything, the work that you're doing there, and obviously we have, you know Bobby Sannon, and then you're talking about this new job. How long have you been in this position?
I've been in this position now 5 months.
So you've been here 5 months,
5
and you're
months.
still able to sit here and articulate with such passion. So where does that come from?
It comes from it's just who I am. I believe that Bahamian. It's a combination of that Bahamian upbringing that we had. My brothers.
Boiled fish, a lot of boiled fish.
A lot of boiled fishing, grits, a lot of Johnny cakes, some guava duff, a whole bunch of crack coke.
You have a lot of Bahamians in my life, and I know very well.
Yeah, so it comes from that. The death of my brother, and then just was doing this work. My family have always been servants and provided service, and been just raised that way. People say I'm different. They're like, man, you're just different. You know, you don't just do what regular people do.
I'm different.
So
just so you know, I am very, very grateful to be different. It has taken me in so many different places. And you know, when you stop and think about who you are today, first of all, it's important to like who you are today, or else none of that makes any difference. So for those of us who like who we are today, you think about the journeys, you're talking about the death of your brother and all of the kind of places that you've been. It's all been of divine order to put you right here, where you are in this position.
And I've been loving it every day. You know, you can impress people by just showing up, but you want to have an impact on people, you got to do the work. And I just been committed for these 23 years to just do the work, and been enjoying it. It hasn't been a day yet that I haven't been happy and grateful for the work I do. You know, when at Job Corps, seeing the young folks cross that stage for graduation every year for 20 years, it brought tears to my eyes.
Aw, you're so sensitive.
Every year it does. And even to this day, to have kids in L.A. still calling me.
Oh,
hey,
wow.
Mr. Rob,
checking on you.
Hey, Mr. Rob, just checking on you. Or going on Facebook. The real joy is being on social media and seeing the young people that we have trained and educated and been a part of our journey, to see the work that they're doing. When you're seeing that they are real estate agents, they're lawyers, they're law enforcement agents.
And you remember
officers.
Back in the day.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Those programs, when you stop and think about it, it really is an example. You know what I mean? You need an example of what can happen. And you need the environment, to be able to, but once you can get kids in some sort of, controlled environment where you can show them what's possible. Like, I know, so you go like that's how I started my agency. I saw Bernadette Morris had an agency, Sunshine Communications, and I was at Hot 105, and I was like, a black woman can own an ad agency. It was like a miracle to me, which sounds so stupid now. But at the time, in 2001, when I started my agency, I was like, a black woman can own an agency. So it is super important to have an example of what is possible.
They tell me that, the young folks tell me that they're like, Robinson, to see a black man that was here every day. You wasn't, as you the person running the center, in charge, you wasn't just giving directions on what they need to be doing. You were actually here with them, with us every day.
Yeah, doing the work.
So they felt that, and young people, they know real quick if you here for real or you just right here trying to collect the paycheck. And they say each time you were here, you believed in us, you trust us. When everyone was giving up on us, you were like, nope, we'll figure something out. Even when I had to discipline them, I had to send people home, we had to terminate them, we didn't just give up on them. We continued to work with them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a young kid from Overtown. I had to send him home one time. And even to this day, last week he called me and said, Mr. Rob, next time you're in Overtown, you need to come by and holler at me. And I was like, I'm working down there now.
I know, right?
And I went down to go see him, and we just had an opportunity to just chop it up together, and that's what it's all about. That's what those good feelings. Yeah. That's why we do the work. That's why every time when we see each other, I'm so happy. Let's do this. It's because of that.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming today. to tell us your story. It's very, very interesting, and I'm glad to know there's all this wonderful work going on in Overtown. I want to talk to you about some ideas, under deck, some other things that are going on that I am aware of in Overtown that might be good for a coalition.
We would definitely love to have those conversations.
Thank you.
And thank you for having us.
No problem.
I'm glad you celebrating your birthday today, and we were here to be here with you.
You are, and I appreciate you. I want to, it's so weird, like, just having all the attention. You know what I mean? Like, I get so weirded out by being the center of attention, which sounds so crazy considering I'm the center of attention. So I understand. I know it's a lot of imposter syndrome going on over here. But anyway, thank you so much for sharing my birthday with you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. And I hope that this show gets better and better and better, and I have more and more guests, and I'll know what I'm talking about more and more. So thank you so much for coming. Happy birthday to me. And I'll see you on August 3rd with Bill Dakes. Thank you.